Boy everyone, Marches here. Welcome to the channel, and today I'll be giving you my first initial performance review of the Anta Shock the Game. So this sneaker really speaks for its name. It will really shock you. So let's go. I actually have been waiting for this Anta Shock the Game 4.0 Show 2 of this sneaker to arrive here in our shores here in the Philippines, because I know it was already out in China months ago, but fortunately because of this pandemic, all shipments were delayed. So why I really like and I was so interested with this sneaker is because I've tried the predecessors of the Shock series of Anta, and it was really impressive. I was impressed with the performance given the price point of the sneaker. And this is actually, if you are not too familiar with Anta, the Shock series is a lower version or more of a team shoe in Anta's terms. Like Nike has the other team shoes that doesn't have signature players. This too is the lower tier. So the premium tier is of course the KT line, Klay Thompson's line, Gordon Hayward's line, and of course Rondo. But fortunately I think Rondo's out from Team Anta. I'm pretty excited though on who will Anta sign next. So let's guess who will be, or would you recommend anyone or any player that you think will be best fit for Anta? Anta has been shocking, no pun intended, shocking the world with its sneakers in terms of performance. Look at this. This Anta Shock version 4 is just 4,495. So 4,500 for the amazing materials that you'll be getting from the sneaker, and that's around in terms of US dollars, that's below $100. And you'll get the most out of your money. The materials are off the chart. Like I said in my unboxing of the Shock the Game, the forefoot area has real leather, even on the side panel around the middle part and on the lateral part too. This green is real leather, and even this peach or pink, around the tongue area is also made out of very nice tumbled leather, and I'm really impressed with it. And the mesh honeycomb material on top of the toe box is also really nice in terms of materials. It really looks premium. Actually, the Shock the Game is made out of different texture. It's a multi-layered sneaker in terms of design. If you want a maximalist design on a sneaker, it doesn't get any more maximalist than this, because you can see this shock stabilizer. That's what they are calling here. It looks like waves, some call it fingers, and I actually look at it as a wave or coral. It really is a nice accent to the sneaker, and it's not just for accent. It really gives you lateral support when you're moving side to side or doing side steps. This plastic is hard enough. It's not the hardest, so it is still very comfortable around the foot, especially the lateral side of your foot. It doesn't give you any distraction while you're playing, which I really like. And as for the forefoot containment, this leather material really holds its ground, and it is a comfortable material. So when I first wore this, there's no break-in time needed. As for the upper of the sneaker, and it has a traditional tongue lacing system, and the tongue is made out of very soft material. It's very well padded. And as for the lacing system, like I said, it has a traditional lacing system. It's very easy to customize your laces from the forefoot, and what's nice about it is it's not too far off the forefoot area, like some other sneakers where the lacing system starts around the midfoot part, so you can customize the fit around the forefoot. So this has a very nice lacing system, which I like about this, given the material is really soft. So you would like your lacing system to be closer to the forefoot part of the sneaker. And as for heel protection, heel containment, This pillows really gives you the comfort that you need. As for heel containment, no problem, very good heel containment, and lockdown, didn't have any problem, no heel slippage. And this is actually a mid to high sneaker. Didn't even distract me. It plays like a low because it has the elf contour shape going out, so it doesn't dig into your Achilles or around your heel. So there's enough room for your foot. So when you're planting your foot, this is your leg. So it doesn't restrict your foot to bend if you want to bend it more, going towards the ground. So this is your leg, this is your calf, imagine that. So this elf-shaped ankle really gives you extra mobility compared to other high-cut sneaker. So that's really well thought of. Another accent on the Anta Shock the Game 4 is this huge TPU around the heel, serves as heel cup and also heel tab. So it's easier to put your foot in. Just pull the tab around your tongue and the heel to make it easier to put your foot in. And it also serves as a design if you like it. It really goes well with the entire design of the sneaker. Very loud, very maximalist, and I like it. I even chose this multicolored instead of choosing the black ones and the gray green. I like this because it's really loud, and although it's loud, the color tones are still soft. It's more made out of coral pink, baby blue, soft teal, soft yellow. Everything is soft, so it doesn't shout that much. And my runner-up is actually the red colorway, which looks like fire. Now let's move on to the cushion of the Shock the Game. Of course, it's called Shock the Game because it's made out of A-Shock foam, which is, this one is 4.0. I think I tried out the version 2 Shock A-Shock foam and version 3. The cushion is really nice, very responsive, and very nice impact protection from the forefoot to the heel. I'm sorry, this is actually A-Shock 3.0. Sorry about that. But in terms of this A-Shock 3.0, the feel is more like a React cushion if you're speaking about Nike, or if you're speaking about Adidas. It's closer to the Light Strike. It's not close to Bounce because Bounce is kind of harder compared to this. This, I think, is closer to Light Strike. If you've tried the Dame 7s, the Hardens, it's pretty close to it. And if you like it, if you like those cushion, the Light Strike and React, you will surely love the A-Shock 3.0. So comparing the A-Shock, comparing it to the A-Flash foam, the A-Flash foam has a little bit more bounce to it compared to A-Shock, but you wouldn't notice it that much if you're not changing your sneaker from the KT and this A-Shock or Shock the Game series, because I can feel that because I'm reviewing those two sneakers. So there's a little bit difference on the bounce, but nothing too drastic or nothing that you will really feel, because this has enough bounce in the forefoot that you need. And as for the impact protection, the heel cushion is really thick. Impact protection on the sneaker is very good. I played 2 hours straight the other day and my body was hurting, and good thing I had this because it was enough for me to last 2 hours of playing without really hurting my knees. My muscles were hurting, but my knees weren't. So it goes to speak that impact protection on the sneaker is really good, because usually when my sneaker doesn't have that very good of an impact protection, usually I can feel it in my knees and it will really hurt. So for this one, it didn't give me that feeling. Thanks so much, Anta, or thanks so much, Shock the Game. The cushion is very responsive, enough court feel. Of course, very good impact protection for the cushion of the Shock the Game 4. And now as for the traction of the Shock the Game 4, like I said in my unboxing, the rubber is really hard, and I was correct. I didn't see any fraying from the traction of this. I played one time on the wooden court for 2 hours, then I played a little bit on the outer court. As for now, there's no fraying for the rubber compound, and as for the traction in the indoor court, it was amazing. It was squeaking really hard, doesn't pick up that much dust. You can see there, I just did a little wipe and it's still very nice. The grooves are deep. There's enough spacing between the grooves so that dust pickup won't be a problem on the traction. And another nice thing about this Shock the Game 4 is of course the shape. The shape of the Shock the Game has remained the same comparing it to its predecessor. It also has the same shape of the last Shock the Game, which is really nice. It has a very nice heel to toe transition. You can see the traction on the heel really curves up a lot. So when you're doing heel strike, it really propels you moving forward, and it curves up in the forefoot area. And another thing that they added to the traction is a groove near the forefoot area to give you a better flex around the forefoot area. And of course, the A-Shock stabilizer doesn't just give you lateral support, but it also acts as a midfoot stabilizer and a little spring back from the shoe. So this is a very nice idea from Anta. So Anta has been killing it with their TPU cages or support, very similar to the KT6, which has a all-around wraparound support system. So good job Anta, really stepping up their game. And in my opinion, they're up there with Nike, Adidas, and all the premium sneakers, I think. So Shock the Game 4.0 is available in all their stores here in Manila. They have Uptown, they have SM Aura, Mega Mall, and an outlet in Eastwood. There's a lot of colorways for this. Actually, it's 5, I think. Yeah, 5 colorways for the Shock the Game 4.0. And the price is, like I've said, 4,500 pesos. Really not bad. It's below 100 US dollars for the performance and materials that you'll be getting from the Shock the Game. It will really shock you. And as for the sizing of the Shock the Game, I'm a US 11. I got a US 10 and it fits me perfectly. There's still enough toe space around the forefoot. So I really don't like my toes to be really digging on the forefoot because I've done that before and it killed my toes. And I don't want to experience that anymore. So a little space on the forefoot. So the sizing of Anta is kind of different from other sneakers. So if you have the chance to try them on first in their stores. And if you can't visit their stores, you can order over at their Lazada flagship store, Anta. You can find it there. Make sure you check that there's an Anta flagship store logo, because a lot of resellers are selling sneakers there and they're using some Anta logos. So better check if the store names is Anta flagship store. All right, so that's it on my performance review of the Anta Shock the Game 4.0. So let me know if you like them or do you hate them. Hit me a comment down below. This has been Marches. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.